I'm fascinated with what it is that helps us to learn and what it is that helps us to come into a practice so that we can develop our strength, because it's the repetition of behaviors that makes them more accessible.
Yes.
And again, I want to come back to a music metaphor just briefly.
Yes.
I learned to play the guitar. I'm still a very, very halting guitarist. I can play a beautiful song with a tremendous number of mistakes all the way through. But that was my first instrument. And as a young person, I hated practice. It was torture. It was absolutely kind of torture, so that I felt so stuck and I couldn't progress.
Yeah.
And all I knew about practice is these kind of, you have to accept that it's not going to be fun and do these kind of mindless scales. There are some people that love doing scales it's like a meditation. I'm not one of those people.
No, me neither. Yeah.
It was torture. So I got stuck. And one fine day, I was 27 years old, someone stole my guitar. And to my own surprise, I was relieved. I didn't touch another guitar. 10 years, I didn't touch one. Right?
That's funny, yes.
So the practice, I accepted what my culture, society was telling me. Practice should be boring, repetitious, and what you're supposed to do is put up with that.
Yeah.
That's to me the definition. I call that educational abuse.
Yes.
The insistence, that drudgery, you just put up with it, grit your teeth, and only the tough-minded that are willing to live with that kind of suffering day in and day out, or the lucky who love the mantra of the repeated practice. How can you make practice intrinsically fun, or at least 50% fun, please? At least 50%. Bit of drudgery, a bit of fun. How can you go at least that far so that the outcome is not the only goal, so that the actual process of the practice is something to look forward to? That is revolution. That would turn 95% of the schools of the world on their head. You know, everyone's listening to Eckhart Tolle saying, live in the moment, be in the present. Then we practice something and it's all about the future, zero about the present. I'm putting up with drudgery so I can have an outcome. Hang on a minute, there's something wrong with that. So my new project is that I bought myself a banjo.
Okay.
Because I've been dreaming of learning to play the banjo for a long time.
So this is your challenge, actually, to find ways in which you're going to make the practice, the training, the rehearsals fun?
This is with everything that I do.
Okay.
With everything that I do, I'm trying to heal that part of me that was educationally, I think, trampled.
But
That had to make the process itself of practicing a new skill intrinsically enjoyable, so you look forward to. I can't wait to get home and practice my banjo, and I'm finding ways to do that. And here's where this is a metaphor, because I'm not talking to you about banjos when I say banjo. I'm talking to you about how can we make, if what you discover in your inner child journeys, you would like to practice setting better boundaries so you can grow and expand and feel stronger.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, how can we make the practice of boundary setting so that you don't come back going, I forgot to do my homework, or I didn't want to do my homework. Hang on a minute. How can we make it so that you look forward to it, because it's going to be fun?
Yes.
And not too terrifying. Just make it a little smaller. But how can we connect to a sense of excitement about it?
Well, Robin, that is the next book that you need to write only on this subject, because it's really huge for education in general. It's huge. So, and it would be tremendously useful for me. That's your next book.
I want to do that. I want to write it. I'll write it in Spanish if I have to, but I want to write a book with. Who told us that work is the opposite of play? That's the revolution that I want to get into. Who said that work is the opposite pole of play? There's actually an ancient story behind that. I won't go into it, but it's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Work is just a particular form of play. It's not the opposite of play. And if it isn't playful, something's wrong. So, so if I say, hey, I'm your therapist today, here's your homework. straight away, 99% of people will go, oh, God, no. Why? So what? How did that homework become so loaded with dread? You know, how come it isn't like, yippee, give me some homework. I want more work. Why? It's been ruined for us. So I think that's the long answer to your earlier question.
Yeah.
There is follow-up work to do, but, you know, it should be follow-up. If it's not playful, we're not really designing the thing right.
Yeah, good point. I love that. I love that answer.
Yeah.
Thank you.